Bonjour, bon après-midi et bonsoir, mes chers amis et mes bien-aimés, messieurs et mesdames. Je suis encore M. Samuel, votre professeur de français. Aujourd'hui, c'est le premier jour de la mois d'avril. Today is the first day in the month of April. I welcome you on today's edition. On today's edition, I want us to look at short sentences in French language. Because last time we talked about personal pronoun. And that personal pronoun will play a vital role on today's edition. I hope you still remember your personal pronoun. There is je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. That is I, you, he, she, we, you, they, and they. Okay. Then, making short sentences, we are going to use verbs. We're going to use verbs while doing this. Okay. Then, as you know, we have so many verbs. As we have them in English language, we have them in French language. Every language, talk about verb, talk about part of speech. Yes, you see everything there. Okay, so we are to know the French word, how they go about. That's what I want us to look into on today's edition, making short sentences. All right. And the verb I want us to start with is the verb parler. Parler, which means to speak. Yeah. But then, let us know this. In French language, we have three groups of verb. We have first group of verb. We have the verb ER verb. In the other way, we call them regular verb. Then, the second group, we call them RE verb. Then, the third group, we call them IR verb. They are irregular. Are you with me? Okay. So, but we are going to concentrate first on the ER verb, the regular verb. We call them regular verb because they have almost one way of conjugation, just like a pattern. If it were to be in mathematics, we say that they have formula. Yes. When you get the one formula, you can use it to conjugate as many ER verb as you like or want. Okay. So the ER verb is the verb that ends with ER. The last two letters is ER. That's why they are called ER verb. The RE verb, the two last letters is RE. The same thing applicable to IR. That's how we differentiate them. Okay. Then we say we're going to talk about the verb parler. So, for you to conjugate any verb, the first thing you do is what? You write down your personal pronoun. Personal pronoun. Je, tu, il, elle. Nous, vous, il, elle. You put them down. Then, the second step you're going to take is you remove the endings of that particular verb. Parler is P-A-R-L-E-R. Parler. You remove the ER. That is the infinitive of that verb. Is that clear? Then you start putting the ending. You have like E, E-S, E, O-N-S, E-Z, E-N-T. Okay. Then conjugate it for the first time. Say, je parle, I speak. Tu parles, you speak. Il parle, he speak. Elle parle, he speak or speaks. Nous parlons, we speak. Vous parlez, you speak. Il parle, they speak. Elle parle, they speak. Okay. So, we stop here on this one for today. I don't want it to be much. Then I'll be waiting for you at the comment section for questions and answers. But before you leave, please do not forget to press follow button or like, share. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.